Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Okay, so I'm recording off my phone and it's like sitting on my little shelf. Okay, don't mind my cups back there. That's not the point. So I have not been on YouTube in the longest time. I'm sorry if you guys hear the noise, my parents talking because they're leaving out of town today, but I have not been on YouTube in the longest time ever. And let me tell you, a bitch is back. I'm feeling good. Today is gonna be a story time on how I got over a really hard heartbreak when I was so in love with a girl. No names are gonna be said. Just a lot of people always wanted to know, how do I do? I get texts on the daily from sometimes the same people, sometimes different people. They're always asking, how do you get over the heartbreak? Like, how do you do it? I'm so in love with this person. Like, all I do is cry. Let me tell you, it takes time. Time, bitch. Okay? So, before we jump into the story, I'm just gonna give a quick disclaimer. I was with a girl for almost 2 years, and we didn't work out. She found somebody else who made her happy, and I have no problem with that. I don't hate the girl, I don't hate her, you know, that's on her. If I get emotional, which I shouldn't get emotional, but if I start tearing up, just know it's because like how I felt at that moment, you know. So this is like just a video on how I made myself better, how time really helped me figure out what I wanted to do with my life, where I wanted to be, who I wanted to be, and basically stuff like that. So if you guys want to continue watching, I would cut myself. If you guys want to know how that happened, then keep watching. Okay, so I was with a beautiful girl. We met, we dated, everything was good. Then we had a breakup a day after our first year. And almost 2 months passed by. We got back together. We got back together and everything was good. At that time, the reason why we broke up was basically because we weren't working out. We were arguing all the time. We were just having really bad arguments at those times, and they weren't just like adding up. They were just horrible, you know, like, yeah. So yeah. And so we weren't working out, yeah, all that. We got back together. Everything was good for like a couple of months after. Then we fell back again. We fell back into a hole. I tried my best. She tried her best to get us out of that hole, to make us okay, because at that time, I thought she was going to be the only girl I was going to be with. I thought I was going to marry her. I thought I was going to be with her forever. I loved her family. Her family loved me, I think. But I loved her family dearly. Her cousins were like my best friends. Like, I was always like texting them, hanging out with them. I was always with her on her days off for work, on her days like that she was working. I was with her family. I was barely with my family at all. I wanted to be with this girl every single day of the like just every single day, every minute of every day, every second, every hour. I wanted to be with her 24/7. And that kind of messed up my relationship with my family. Like, it got all quiet and I feel like they're hearing me. It messed up my relationship with my family. My family grew apart from me. I grew apart from my mom. We argued all the time. My sisters and brothers, they just didn't really talk to me. I didn't have a good relationship with anybody in my family because of the fact that I never wanted to spend time with my family. Never. I've always wanted to be with her family, or with her. Like, it didn't matter. And so we just fell back into a hole. We didn't know how to get ourselves out of there. We tried. I tried. I didn't have a job at the time, and she had a job, and I felt like that was one of the reasons why we didn't work out, was because I ended up quitting my job that I was working in. Like, I think around December, in the middle of December, I quit my old job, and she was still working. And I felt like most of our relationship, we always went out to eat. Like, we would take turns, you know, like the money I would get, I would try to save it up and take her out to eat, because, you know, a girl is like, it's supposed to be told, or not even told, but you should, how do I say this? Like, you should show a girl what she's worth, what she deserves, you know. And it's not just the one person is doing it. It should be both. It's always both, 50-50 in a relationship, and that's always how it's going to be. And I learned my lesson, because sometimes I was not always like that with her. And sometimes it was not always 50-50. Sometimes it was 25-75, or, you know, 60-40. Like, it just wasn't always 50-50. And I felt like that messed up our relationship a little bit. Well, you know, so we would always argue, and she would tell me sometimes like I wasn't, you know, giving her my all. I wasn't trying. I wasn't making her as happy. And yeah, it hurt me, but I could have said the same thing to her. We were just becoming really toxic. We had no friends. We had no one. The only people like that we talked to was our family members. And in a relationship, it shouldn't be like that. In a relationship, you should have friends. You should have trust. You should have all that, you know. But I don't want to sit here and tell you guys like everything that happened between our relationship was because of her, or it was all because of me. But I'm mostly here to tell you guys how I grew from that relationship, how I grew from that breakup, how I grew from that heartbreak. Like, it's okay to be alone. It's okay to feel alone. You know, like, there's a lot of people out there who just want relationships, and a lot of people who just need somebody to be there with you. And I'm here to tell you guys, like, I'm getting so emotional, but I'm here to tell you guys, like, it's gonna be okay. Like, I thought I was gonna be with this girl forever. Like, I thought she was gonna be my one and only until the day we just started, until the day she broke up with me. She broke up with me, told me that I didn't make her happy, you know, and I respect her for that. I respect her for telling me, instead of having me wait and thinking I'm not good enough, you know. So she ended up telling me I didn't make her happy. She ended up telling me that she was talking to someone else, didn't tell me who the person was. I didn't know who the person was, but things started getting like a little bit fishy. And so she ended up telling me that she didn't want nothing to do with me. I tried begging her, crying every night, wishing I was just laying next to her. You know, like, I wish I just had her with me. But not everything is that way. You can't always have those things. Nobody really can, you know? So, like, her love fell apart for me, and my love was still there. And I tried begging her to come back to me, begging her, and it just wasn't there. She just didn't feel that type of affection that I felt for her, you know? So, turns out she ended up having a girlfriend right after the breakup. And I didn't find out until her girlfriend texted me telling me to stop talking to her and stop trying to keep in contact with her and all that type of stuff. And so, you know, I saw that. I went to my room, started bawling my eyes out, wondering, why am I so like why am I so worthless? Why didn't I try my best to you know, give her enough. But in reality, sometimes enough is enough, you know? Or sometimes enough is more than enough. You know, sometimes people in relationships want more than what you can give, and it shouldn't be like that. People should be grateful for what you can give, what you can accept as well. Like, you know, and I felt like in this relationship, she wanted a little bit more from me than what I could have gave to her. And I told her that. I was like, I'm sorry, I don't have a job, I don't have a car, I don't have money. Like, I wanted to take her out. I would ask my parents to give me money to take her out, but sometimes it just wouldn't work. Sometimes she would be like, I want to be taken out once in a while. I'm sorry. Like, I would be like, I'm sorry, babe. Like, I have no money. I'm trying. And I felt like it was just giving up. When I had a job, I would go straight to Walmart, anything. I would buy her flowers. I would try my best to give her what I can give. And like, in my mind, I'm thinking, this is gonna be great, this is enough for her. But in reality, in her mind, I felt like it wasn't, you know? So I felt like we grew apart from that. And so after this breakup, I was crying every night. You know, I did her wrong, she did me wrong, we had our ups and downs, but only we would know that, you know? And people outside of our relationship thought they knew how we were, but no one knows how two people are in a relationship. It's between them, you know? And I felt like our mistake also was because we would tell our families the wrongs that we did. We would tell our families when we had problems. We would tell our families when we were arguing, why we were arguing, all the things that we did back to each other. And I felt like that grew our families apart from like us as well, if you guys know what I mean. And it's hard, like, you know, like it's crazy how you could feel so loved, you can love somebody so much, and there will always be an end to something. And I cried every day. Why am I not enough? Aaliyah, why are you so worthless? Why doesn't she want you, you know? And I told myself, one day I woke up and I was like, you know what? Like, I'm only gonna have me at the end of the day. You know, like, nobody is ever gonna stay, because at the end of the day, you have yourself, you have your family, you know? And I just felt so empty. Like, when we were together, it was like she was part of me. And when she left, I felt like my heart was just broken in pieces. I didn't know how to love myself, because in that relationship, I didn't know how to love. And I didn't know how to be independent. I didn't think ahead of how I should be independent after a breakup or whatever, you know? And one day it just clicked in my mind, like, you need to do what's best for you. I completely trashed my school, like, not trashed like the school, but my grades completely fell. I became a straight F student. Didn't care about anything but being with her. I didn't care about school. I didn't care about my life. I didn't care about anything. As long as I was with her, I was okay. And I'm looking back at it and I just tell myself, Aaliyah, that's not the way to be. That's not what you should be doing, you know? And looking back at it, and it's like, why didn't I get out sooner if it was toxic? Why couldn't I find little things to put to peace that I wasn't enough? Why couldn't I just leave sooner, you know? And I wish I could have told myself, Aaliyah, it's okay. It's okay to be lonely. That it's okay to be by yourself. You don't need somebody to love you for you to love yourself. And that clicked in my mind. I I didn't have any friends. I had no one I could run to when I was feeling down, when I felt worthless, when I tried committing suicide. I had nobody. Nobody was there. Nobody just wasn't by my side. I had nobody to go to. And now I look at it and I'm so thankful for the friends I have now. I wish I could have been their friend throughout the times I was going through bad times. And, you know, and I'm just so thankful for where I am now. I lost so much weight, but I really fell apart. Like, I let myself down. I can't even say I let everybody down, because I mostly let myself down, you know. So what I started doing to get myself motivated, to get myself out of my heartbreak, I was trying to stay positive. I ended up getting a job. I ended up getting amazing fucking friends. I ended up going out more, staying out till like 1, 12 in the morning, 2. Buying stuff that I like need, buying stuff that I want. I got myself so many new things. I buy my own TV. I bought my own bed. I got a bigger size bed, guys. I buy my own makeup. I buy my own clothes. I have a car that I can get to work, you know. I'm so thankful for where I am. I got a membership, like, to go to the gym. I go to the gym all the time with a group of friends. And it's like, why couldn't I be like this before, you know? And sometimes when you're in a relationship, you lose yourself. You lose yourself because you just want to be in love with that person. You just want to care about that person. And you forget your surroundings. You forget that you have friends. You forget that you have your family. You forget that you have yourself, you know? And that's something that I forgot. I forgot how to be me. What the fuck was that? I forgot everything completely. And, you know, so what I would talk to friends. I would go out with friends, go to parties, go to the mall, drive around, listen to music, go to the beach, go out to eat, you know, just hang around with friends, hang around with your family, you know, have a job, keep yourself occupied. My happy place, what I found was my happy place was me hanging out with friends, me going to the gym. Like, it really motivated me to, like, be like, you know what, Aaliyah, like, you're a bad bitch. You gotta stay a bad bitch. You know, you gotta do what's good for you, you know, never lose yourself. Yeah, I just kept myself occupied. I fell into
trespassing motherfucker.
Oh my god. But yeah, like, one of my good friends texted me and she was like, I need to ask you something. And I was like, yeah, go ahead, you know, like, ask me. What do you have to, like, tell me? And she was like, how do you do it? How do you be happy after a relationship? I'm crying every night, every day, because I feel like I'm so in love with this person. I don't know what to do. Like, you know, so I told her, I was like, wait, time is key. Time is key. You know, give yourself time to, like, just give yourself time in general. And that really helped me, because I was saying, like, Aaliyah, I was gonna be like, Aaliyah, you're gonna be stuck on this girl. You're gonna have a heartbreak for 2 years. Like, you're not gonna be able to move on. I moved on. It's been like, what, 5 months? 4, 5? I don't know. But it's been plenty of months that I've grown from this relationship. I've grown. I've became a better person. I've lost 20 to 25 to 30 pounds. I've got everything. I got everything I want. I have everything I want, you know? And never again will I lose myself. And never again will I let myself down to a relationship. And it's not even just this relationship that I've been in, but my past relationships, like, things don't work out for a reason. And those reasons, you will always know. They will always know. God will always know, you know, like, and sometimes I would beg and beg, why am I so worthless? Why am I not good enough? Why doesn't nobody want me? You know, forcing myself to forcing myself to like people that I don't like, you know, like some people would hit me up and be like, hey, like, let's talk all this and that. And I'm like, hey, yeah, like, let's do it. But deep down, I'm not into anybody. I know this might sound so conceited, but right now I'm like totally into myself. Like, I would date me. I'm kidding. But like, I'm just focused on me. I'm doing me. I'm doing so much better. I'm just so happy at the moment. Like, sometimes I cry because I can't believe that I've gotten out of that stage where I felt so empty. I had no idea where I was. I was lost. I was hopeless. Like, I'm so glad that I'm out of that stage. And, you know, I had depression, didn't know what to do. My mom would help me, you know. My mom would be like, let's go out to eat, let's do this, like, I'll like, let's watch movies together, like, can you not go out with your friends today so we can like have some time? And of course, like, I would have dinner dates with my mom, take her out to eat, go out to eat with my friends, go to my friends' houses, like, drive places with my friends. Like, everything is just good now. And I want to tell people who are out there who are feeling heartbroken that it's okay. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to grow from that. It's okay to move on. You know, if it is meant to be, it will be. You guys can reunite in the future, whatever. You know, sometimes they say wrong, right person, wrong time. You know, sometimes it will come back. But if you like make yourself grow as a better person and you're okay without that person in your life anymore, then you're gonna be okay no matter what, you know. And I just want to say, like, if you guys are ever having a hard time, and if I know you in general, if I've like have you on any social media, or even if I don't know you and you need help or advice on something, I will leave my social medias down below and you could just text me what you're going through. It would just be safe between me and you, because I've always wanted somebody who I could go to, you know. Not your partner is not always going to listen. They're probably going to get annoyed or whatever, but it's always good to have that one close friend that you could tell anything to, you know. And I didn't have that at that time. I had nothing. But yeah, like, I'm doing better. I'm really happy with things that are in my life right now. I gave myself time. I gave myself space, you know. I just didn't really do anything like lay on my bed or anything. I did everything to keep me occupied, because the more you just sit there staring into space, the more it's gonna hurt, because you're not doing anything to keep yourself busy, you know. Like, I started doing things to keep myself busy, and it took my mind off of her. Like, all I could think about in my heartbreak was her, was why I wasn't with her, why we weren't together, why didn't we work. But now I don't think about her. The only time, like, I'm not thinking about her right now, I'm just talking about it, you know. Like, I don't think about it no more. I don't think about anything that has to do with relationships. I'm good by myself. I want to be by myself for a long, the fuck is that? I want to be by myself for a long time, and I feel like it's better like that. Sometimes you just need to be single or be by yourself for a long time to figure out what you want, to figure out who you are. And I know some people who rush into relationships. Like, okay, girl, like, if you rushing into a relationship, if you moved on that quick and you're happy, good for you, sis, do it, period, you know. Like, but if you're not ready mentally, physically, emotionally for a relationship, if you're not ready at all, don't do it. Give yourself time, give yourself space, you know. Go out with friends. Like, you know, that's like the best advice I can give you, is just give yourself time. Let yourself be yourself, you know, and just don't rush anything. So basically, that's how I got over my breakup and a little bit into my breakup. This is not to bash anybody, no one. I'm not bashing no one, because I know sometimes people be on the internet being a little fucking bitchy and they be snitching. But yeah, this is just me getting over my relationship, how I became a bad bitch, because I'm a bad bitch like that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching my video, and I'll see you guys next time. Well, I don't know if I should do any more like YouTube videos, but I would try to keep up with them, because I be busy all the time. Like, I have really busy schedules, and I work 24/7. So if you guys want to hear more videos, see like what I do at the gym, see what I do on an everyday basis, how I do my makeup every day, blah 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 blah, yeah, just let me know. And thank you for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe, and yeah.